Hey Crafty Peeps, let's just get right into the crafting.
For this project, I'm going to use this sign from Dollar Tree as well as this card. I love the front, and then when I opened inside, I loved that cursive Happy Valentines. So I'm just going to pop off this hashtag part, and I'm going to kind of deconstruct this sign. I picked up this shadow box off Facebook Marketplace, which is one of my favorite places to buy items. A lot of people just want to get rid of stuff, but they want a little bit of money for it. And so I got two of these. One is a lot bigger than this one. And I think I paid $10 for both of them. And so I'm just going to open this up and I'm going to design here on this backboard. And it's covered in like a linen fabric. And what I decide to do with this at the end is just to Velcro this piece down so that I can change it out per season. I ended up just flipping the heart over because you're not going to see the other side anyway. And you can find these type of shadow boxes at Michael's. They're on sale all the time, or you can use a coupon. I'm going to just cut this card up. I'm cutting out the Happy Valentine's Day for this project, and then I will set aside the front for another project. I often get asked about this paper cutter. You can find them anywhere. All craft stores carry them. Amazon carries them, so they're just a great tool to have for your crafting. I picked up these doily hearts from Target. Dollar Tree does carry something similar, and I'm just going to kind of play around here now with my layout. I don't end up using the white one in the end, but I have to play around and see what works. These grapevine hearts that Dollar Tree put out this year are amazing, and I will use them again in the next project, but oh, I just love them. And then you'll see off to the side there, I have this little felt heart that I picked up at the 99-cent store, as well as this wood round that I ordered off Amazon. They're really inexpensive and they just add so much texture to a project. And as you can see, this project is really like a mixed media. I just really wanted to do something that's just has a lot of elements. Like these paper clips I picked up in the Target dollar spot for Christmas, and then I never used them. And they have several clips there that will be totally usable for any other holiday. And so I'm just going to start adhering down some of these elements. Then as you can see at the bottom there, I'm going to add some letters, wood letters. And I picked these up also off Amazon, and it comes in a cute little box as you saw there a minute ago. And oh my gosh, I'm in love with these little letters. And it comes with a bunch. So don't worry, I will link those down below. Definitely something to add to your stash. And like I said, I'm just going to start adhering some of these elements down and moving pieces around until I get the look I'm going for. I also get asked about that little glue that you see up at the top corner. It's just Elmer's glue in a little mini tube that I got from Dollar Tree. And it's so nice that it's just small. Now I'm just taking some ribbons from my stash, a little bit of this raffia, and I'm just going to add it underneath this clip here and just kind of pull it, make it kind of like in an X, just giving this some texture up here. And I want to take a minute here just to tell you guys how I got so inspired by this, and it's by my friend Linda over at Faith Chick Design, and she is just so amazing with adding, a bunch of different elements to her projects, and I'm just over the moon for them. And so this is actually a collab with her, and I will share her page here after this project. I'm also feeling that 2021 is the year to use stuff that I have. I've been collecting scrapbook and craft supplies for a good 15 years, and I definitely have plenty. I could quarantine the whole year and be totally fine. So I know it might be a little frustrating to see items that you don't have, but just go in your stash, just pick little pieces here and there and then just kind of play with their placement and see what you come up with. That is what was so fun about this project, is just pulling little items out, seeing if they work, seeing if they don't. As you can see here, I just put that little heart on the wood round, put my little saying back up there. And I love this ribbon that Dollar Tree has that says, "I picked you." Some of their ribbons are so cute, but they're really hard to use because if you tie them in a bow, you can't really read them. And so I was able to use it here where you can see it. And this is just a little cardboard heart that was in my stash. You can cut one of these out yourself, no problem. But again, just using what I have. So originally I was going to put that white heart underneath, but it just didn't work. So I grabbed this wood heart from Dollar Tree. Oh, those hearts are so good. They just work for so many things. I just like the natural wood of it. I'm keeping this kind of more neutral. And as you saw, I was measuring. I just wanted to make sure that my project was going to fit inside the shadow box. And I'm just using this foam tape, also from Dollar Tree. It's just going to raise it up enough to fit over the heart that you see there. And I'm going to need to do it double so that it fits. So just continue to keep in mind that if you are doing something like this and want to be able to switch it out, don't glue it to the back. So you're just gluing it all as one piece. So my heart is my main piece, the big one there. And as you can see, I can just move it around. And I added that cute little bow to my grapevine heart. So now you see that I'm just using some double stick Velcro, and this will just Velcro it right on. Now it's time to put it inside the frame, and this is my favorite project I think I've ever made. I'm just so in love with it. So many elements. I can change it out. I hope this project inspired you and did not intimidate you. It's just really fun to grab some things out of your stash and just play. And again, this is a collaboration with Linda over at FaithChick777 DIY by Design. I promise you, you're going to be blown away by her projects. Here's a little look at last year's Valentine projects, so go check out today's video as well as these. For this project, I'm going to use some more of those grapevine hearts, one of these little crates, some wooden dowels from Dollar Tree, and then I will also use some of the antique wax from Waverly, which is my favorite. I don't want to deal with stain, and so I'll use that. I'm going to need a little one of these foams as well as some grass to put inside my little wooden box. This love chipboard is again from my stash, trying to use up some stuff, but here you can see you can use one of these metal letters from Dollar Tree. You can use some stickers. There's all sorts of options. So as you can see, this antique wax is so easy to put on, and it lasts forever because you just really don't have to put much on. And when I cut my floral foam, I leave the plastic on it. It just helps keep things cleaner. But then I felt like it was too high, and so then I had to cut it down and then the plastic came off. But if you don't have to do that, it's kind of nice. It keeps, the foam from going everywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to attach the dowels to the grapevine wreaths, and I just use like a lot of hot glue. And you're gonna think, oh, it's a little messy, but don't worry, I find a way to cover that later on here. But once I put this on, I realized that the stick is gonna, kind of fall and make it, like pop off. So what I do is I just grab this box of pins that I had nearby to balance that stick on so that it can be straight. And then once I glue this on, now I'm going to add some more hot glue over the top just to give it that extra adhering. Like I said, I'm going to finish the backs here. I'm going to add a little more glue, and then I'm just going to take some of this Spanish moss and put it over that. And this way it'll look good from both sides as well. And I just trim it down so it's not too crazy. And I just think that worked out really nice. It looks nice. And then I'm just going to start putting them into my foam box there, and I'll make them different sizes so that they, look good together. Down the foam here, and then I will glue some more on top of the foam and add the Spanish moss, and that, oh nope, I was gonna say it's complete, but then I do add a little bit of a little bow to each of the hearts. For this project, I wanted to make a very neutral decor item. And so I'm going to start off by using this Dollar Tree heart. I love these hearts they have out this year. And I'm just going to cover it in the Waverly chalk paint in linen. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm just going to play around with a couple elements here. This is another one of those heart ornaments from Dollar Tree, and I want to make it brown. And so I could have used that Waverly antique wax, but I just went ahead and grabbed one of my little ink pads, and I just cover the heart in that. A little easier, a little less mess. I still can't believe I found these laser cut wood at Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness, they're so good. You see here I have love, and then there's another one that said hugs, and I believe they had family and memories. And so again, I'm just going to play around a little bit with these neutral elements. That little wood heart is also from Dollar Tree in that pack. I use so many of those. I love them. And now that my heart is dry, I am going to take some of that antique wax and I'm going to dry brush it around the sides. Now again, I could have used the ink pad to do the same thing, but my ink pad kind of fell apart. And so I will do it this way. And now I'm just going to start adding my elements to the heart. I always like things to be off center, usually on the left side. I don't know why, but that's, I think, because you read from left to right. So there's something to me visually that I like things on the left. But I don't love the brown heart. I kind of would have changed it or maybe just left the heart. But now I'm just going to find some ribbon in my stash, and I found this ribbon at a Hobby Lobby. I hope you enjoyed these projects today. If you like this kind of layered style with little extras, please let me know down in the comments below and I can add more of them to the videos. And I will also have some simple projects for you as well. If you liked this, please give it a like and a subscribe, and I will see you next time.